really am. So I want to tell you a quick story, and then I want to talk about what the story means for you. In the year is 1519, over 400 years ago, right? 600 years ago, I don't know. 1519. Cortez is taking 11 ships from Spain, and for months he's going to be on the ocean. His destination is to conquer Mexico. He wants to conquer the Aztec Empire, made of over 1 million people. And he's going to do this with 600 men. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? Sounds like even a guy selling a junk truck thinking he can be successful in network marketing. But that's what he did. And so he crossed that ocean. And here was his problem. He didn't tell his men everything. He didn't tell them how big this was going to be, what this war was really all about. But finally, when they reached Mexico and then unloaded the things that they needed on the beach, he knew one thing: these men had fear. And as long as those ships were still in the water, they would see that as a way to exit. They saw that as a way out. So you know what he did? He ordered all 11 ships to be burned. When the sun was going down, those ships were going up in flames. And he looked at those men, and they had the look of horror on their face. And he says, "It's like this, guys. If we're going back to Spain, we're going in their ships." And what was interesting was that they convinced a lot of indigenous local people in Mexico to unite with them against the Aztec Empire. They finally conquered them. They conquered the Aztec Empire, which is never conquered before. Now, I want you to think about that, because my message to you is, burn your ships. What do I mean by that? You see, you remember my story about selling a junk truck. To get started, I didn't have resources, so I got resourceful. My options were not great. But here was the one thing I did know. I didn't want to go back to a job. I did not want to start another business because I didn't want employees. Because when the employees didn't show up, I had to roll out. I always had to work. I hated that. I knew what I didn't want. And I knew that my options, I was very real about my options. I had no false sense of security. No false sense. You know, there's only two words between you and security. And you know what those two words are? You're fired. And it's over. And that's what I found out. And I said, I'm done with that. And here's the other thing I thought about. When I saw For Life, I said to myself, I'm going to bust it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to pay the price. And then I'm going to live not just a life, but an inspiring life. Do you want to live an inspiring life? Say I.
I.
That's right. So what we have to do is take stock of our situation. If you lost your job today, assuming you have a job, or a business, like I went through, how much money do you have in the bank? How long would you last? See, we got to get real with ourselves about that. That's how we burn our ships, because we don't have this false sense of security. And see, that was the thing. I didn't like what I saw in my life, because I didn't have any money anyway. But I thought, how long do I not want to have money? At what age, when I get into my 60s, Do I want to have a house paid for? Do I want to be debt free? Do I want to have investments? Yes. I don't want to have to worry about money when I get older. I thought about all those things. I burned my ships. I said, I'm going to throw myself into for life. And I'm not looking for an excuse. I'm not. Now, if you think, well, I'm not very good at this, well, I wasn't either. If you think, well, I really don't know that many people, I didn't either. People will always lead you to people. Where there's a will, there's a way. How many times have you heard that? It's true. It's true. How strong is your will? Is your will strong? Say aye.
Aye.
So that's the thing. So here's the thing. In our minds, I'm going to take you on a quick analogy. We see ourselves in this business in our private thoughts as either weak or strong. Let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. We see ourselves. I can remember when I thought about that, I said to myself, well, I'm not a 1, I'm not that bad. I'm not a 7 or a 10 either. Yeah. I'm a 3. Well, on a scale of 1 to the 10, 1 being the least and 10 being the best, who do we prospect if we see ourselves as a 3? We generally go after 2s and 1s. Why? Because it's easy. Because it's easy. 2s and 1s are easy. So we recruit down and we play that mental game. We play that mental game. We pat ourselves on the back when our mother signed up. Or your classmates say, I'm on my way to platinum. No. We'll do that long enough until we know we're not going anywhere. And then we say, you know what? I got to find better people if I want to get to where I want to go. Here's the thing. If you want to be great at this, if you want to be great at for life, if you want to be financially independent the rest of your life, understand this, you need to get great people in your team. You can't recruit down. And here's the thing, once you understand that's going to get you nowhere, just like me, I saw myself as a 3. When I saw that was not getting me anywhere, I did the uncomfortable thing. I started going after people that were successful, people that had money, people that had businesses, people that had ambitions, people that had dreams, people that just, they had the get up and go. They knew what they wanted in life. And guess what? So when I recruited a 5, was I a 3 anymore? Was I? No, I'm a 5. I could convince Barack Obama why he needs to do this. That's how, because we scale our strength. We scale our growth. And when we start recruiting better people, we become better. That's what we have to understand. That's what you have to understand. And what I don't want you to do is when you build your team or the team that you have, don't manage. If you're the leader of your team, you also need to be an example of going after better people. I spend the majority of my time doing just that. Now, I'm not doing it for me. I usually work for my people. I'm on Zoom calls all the time. You know, just the other day, I got a message from a leader in Brazil. Hey, can you get on a Zoom? I got 2 leaders right now. They're looking at for life. Will you help me? Okay. I had things to do, you know. I'm here. So, and that's what I did. That's what I spend most of my time doing. I'm a hunter. You need to be a hunter. A hunter of good people. I don't want to convince people that don't have dreams. I can't create desire. And so if we try to manage a team and we say to our team, come on, you know you need to do this. Don't you have dreams? Come on. No, what you need to do is go find new people. Because when they think that, that's all you got and you need them, they're like children. They won't do anything. You need to move on. And when they see you move on, then they're going to want your attention. Then they're going to want your attention. That's right. They need to deserve your time. That's right. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to take your business to another level? Come on, let me hear you better than that. Say aye! That's what I want you to do. If you want to get great at this, just understand recruiting down, going after easy is not going to get you anywhere. Start looking, start getting social. When you're out shopping, when you're at Starbucks, wherever you are, when you're standing in line, like David Lisenby said, to connect, we got to disconnect. Don't look at your phone. Talk to the person next to you. Start having conversations. Set a goal. If you go out every day, set a goal to talk to one person and ask them, when you've had that conversation, it can only be a few minutes. Say, hey, are you in Facebook? Are you in Instagram? Can we add one another? That way we can stay in touch. Then you have that connection. Now you can reach back out to them and talk to them about for life. You can start building. You know, if you did that, if you go out every day, you get around people, and your goal was to make one connection a day, that's 20 people in a month, let's say 5 days a week. Let you off on the weekends, right? 5 days a week. That's right. Look at your Facebook. How many people are in your Facebook page? Send out 10 voice messages on Facebook Messenger. Say, hey Tom, you know what? We haven't talked in a long time. I'm really sorry, hey, I missed that. What's been happening? What are you doing? Or if you never message with them at all, say, hey, we've been connected and I don't even know what you do. Hey, I just reaching out to you to see how you're doing. Any that don't answer back, take them out of your Facebook. Add them with new people. You can find new people. Again, when you go out in public, when you meet people, or in Facebook groups, you can add people. The thing is, you've got to create the conversations. And then your contact list. Are you really working your contact list? What about your phone? How many contacts do you have in your phone? How many of those people have you talked to about this? Look at that. Send out a message or call them up. Talk to them. Do you get what I mean? This thing won't happen unless you move and have a sense of urgency if you really want to grow. I mean, are you the kind of people that really wants to grow? Let me hear you.
Hi.
Absolutely. That's what you have to do. Grow your team. And here's the thing, you're not limited to the Philippines. You can build anywhere. I mean, how many Philippines are in the United States? How many Filipinos are in Japan or Taiwan? They're everywhere. You're not limited. You can build your network around the world like I have. I get paid out of 57 countries. You can be getting paid on Filipinos in America when you're sleeping here in the Philippines. That's right, make money up while you sleep. You want to make money while you sleep? Say aye! I love making money while I sleep. I roll to the left side of the bed, I make 5,000. I roll to the right side of the bed, I make 5,000. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
I know you do. I want you to. I loved Eileen Tan's message. We want to grow this market. I love our new office. Went out there. I'm so happy. I'm so excited about our future. So it's been great to be back here with you. Michelle and I very much wanted to come here because we love you. We love all of you. And we want to see you succeed. And now I also want to recognize the top 12. The top 12 are leaders that have worked very hard in the Philippines. All our top 12 leaders, awesome people. But again, those 12 have so many of you, and what makes them great is because you're great. And that's it. We're in this together. We are in this together. I want to see you succeed. My success depends on your success. And so we're here to serve. We're here to serve you. That's right. We're servant leaders. Just like Jesus Christ was a servant leader. We are servant leaders. And so I want you to understand that that's my motivation. When I can see people like you do so well in For Life, it warms my heart. So when we do go back to the United States, I want you to understand, stay connected with us. You need help? Reach out. That's what people do with me all the time. Now tomorrow I'm going to have a training, and so you're welcome to come to that. We want you to come to that, and we'll discuss other things that could be helpful to you. But again, I celebrate you. I celebrate you. This is the time to move on. The pandemic's over. This is the time to move on. When people say, well, it's hard times or inflation, or let me tell you something. You know when network marketing thrives? It thrives in tough times. In 1977, when I got started, Jimmy Carter was president, one of the worst presidents in American history. We had inflation. We had a recession. It was hard to find jobs. I was a young man. We had long lines at gas stations. I can remember that time. I can remember crying. I was in tears over this. You know what? Then I joined a network marketing company called Forever Living Products in 1977. You know what's also interesting? That was when Herbalife had its rise. They skyrocketed. Yes, why? Because it was tough. Those were tough times. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. I want you to understand, it doesn't matter how bad it gets out there. I want you to understand, the worse it gets, the greater our opportunity shines, and you are beacons of light. People are looking for you. They're looking for hope. And I want you to see yourselves not as salesmen, but consultants. You are showing compassion when you talk to people about this opportunity. That's right. Because people are looking for one thing and one thing only, and that's solutions to their problems in life. And when you share this, as a consultant, as a compassionate person, you're doing a great thing for them. You really are. I want you to feel good about it. So I'm excited to have been here. It's been wonderful, and we love you, and we look forward to coming back to the next convention. We want to blow it out. We want it to be about 4 times this size. We appreciate the fact that you came out, and now we're getting out of those pandemic blues. It's time to tear it up. It's time to go for it. It's time to burn your ships, and then take this and run with it. Don't let anyone hold you back. Thank you.